That ongoing protest in Canada over COVID-19 vaccine mandates now creating huge traffic jams in the U.S. Protesters blocking traffic on the Ambassador Bridge border crossing, which connects Detroit, Michigan and Windsor, Canada. That's the busiest link between the U.S. and Canada. Now, this comes as the truckers say Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is trying to, quote, intimidate them. And they're now calling him out for demonizing the movement. Trudeau fired back. Watch.
Individuals are trying to blockade our economy, our democracy, and our fellow citizens' daily lives. It has to stop.
Oh, he's a dramatic one. And now there's criticism for more than just him. Crowdfunding site GoFundMe recently shut down a nearly $10 million fundraiser for the truckers. Donors have since flocked to Christian fundraising site Give, Send, Go to raise money. Bret, Baier, your thoughts?
Listen, this is a big problem for the Prime Minister, Trudeau. He is trying to say that, and some of his other government officials have called these truckers terrorists. That is not the way you talk to people who are expressing their rights, their ability. These truckers have talked out about this is not anti-vaccine, it's anti-mandate. And, you know, it's really interesting to see how this populist movement is catching on not only in Canada, but here in the U.S.
Right, and Kaylee, so the Freedom Convoy truckers have said that Trudeau and also the liberal North American media have unfairly and accurately characterized them as demons, as right-wing crazies, and a reporter embedded with them for a week, and he was like, they're absolutely right. It is totally false.
Yeah, Justin Trudeau, the elite, is attacking the people, the truckers. He is dripping with disdain for the people he is supposed to represent. In part, that is the truckers. It is absolutely reprehensible. We see this from the American left all the time. I mean, we go through a basket of deplorables, irredeemables. We've heard it from Hillary Clinton. We're Neanderthals. Joe Biden says if we lift mask mandates, oh, wait, well, now the Democrat states are doing it. So this is just so uncalled for. I don't think it's a good look comparing any of your people to terrorists. And meanwhile, the Daily Mail goes there. They've spent several days there, and they said, we've seen nothing but love. Kids coming out, you know, doing the horns for the truckers, a family environment, food, games. They said they just simply haven't seen that, and here's their leader calling them terrorists.
Right, and on that note, so we now have a judge that has banned honking for 10 days as Justin Trudeau's, everyone's favorite dramatist, saying that they are trying to derail democracy.
So let's talk about democracy for a second, and republics as we are here in America. Let's talk about kind of the edges of when things start to come apart. You know, Bret was mentioning the fact that we could see this maybe even here. Tammy Bruce told me last hour, maybe Bret have already seen part of it. It was the 38 million people who quit their jobs last year before October. Like maybe that was the sort of silent protests that Americans were making against vaccine mandates and the like. But the other sort of eating away at the edges of democracy is to silence people. And we know that horn honking they're truckers. When somebody drives by and they go, I mean, that's a sign of, hey, girl, how you doing? Right? I mean, that's a friendliness, right? But they want to get your attention. That's what they do. So now you want to silence them. That's their collective voice, if you will. But the other thing that I'm looking at, too, is the fact that democracy means that everybody plays a part, right? In some way, shape, or form. And I don't think that Justin Trudeau, you called him an elitist, I don't think that he just doesn't appreciate the people. He doesn't know any of them. That's not his world. And you say, well, they called the truckers terrorists. Well, didn't we see something similar with the parents and the school boards here? They sicked the FBI on them. Yeah. The DOJ sicked the FBI under the terrorism unit. Oh, we didn't call them terrorists. Really? Well, then why did that National School Board Association group have to apologize? I mean, we are seeing this, and we cannot accept this, and we will not accept this. But we are having a similar conversation. Let's not get it twisted. It's not just them or us. It's kind of like, oh, we're not just next door neighbors. Maybe there's some other things we have in common.
Absolutely. And Jillian, so Harris mentioned sort of the all of us participating in that solidarity and support. There's also a lot of participation in that cancellation, the squelching of those voices, among them big tech. So we have the Give, Send, Go founder who ripped big tech. He said they're authoritarian. He's the one that founded the platform that everyone has been gravitating toward to ensure that these truckers, yes, receive support.
That's a trend we've seen across the spectrum with big tech, whether it's Google, YouTube, social media. I want to just go back real quick to Harris's point a moment ago about Trudeau himself. You know, he's long faced accusations that he is elitist, that he is out of touch. His father served as prime minister. He's friends with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Nice.
He called the truckers white supremacists when we all know that he himself was forced to apologize for wearing blackface in the past. This is a big political problem now for Justin Trudeau. He has gone out of his way to position himself as being against the truckers, against blue-collar workers, who really kept Canada's economy afloat during the pandemic, kept all of North America up and running, one might argue. I don't know how he's going to overcome that.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.